And if you know that if God had wanted sugar and cornbread, he would have called it cake, then you're, okay, you're from there. Then you know right where you're from. That's the cornbread nation. Anyway, Joel's going to do a thing which is, if parents, if your children ask for a drum kit for Christmas, this is what happens if you don't give it to them. Corn spider bread, a hush puppy dog bread, a ash cake bannock bread, Johnny cake spoon bread. Dish it up, pour it on, give it all you got. Put the fat back in the cast iron pot. It's Richmond to Fort Worth, Davenport to Natchez, Burley back a field to your snowy cotton patches. No matter where you're heading, the train leaves the station. You still take your supper at the cornbread nation. Save a can of bacon grease, soak a bowl of beans, chop a yellow onion, wash the grit off the greens. Sip a little soda, some powder in the meal, pour in the buttermilk to get the right feel. It's hot water, cold water, doesn't really matter. Don't work too hard, mixing up the batter. It's a hot corn, cold corn, friends and relations, sitting at the table at the cornbread nation. Now, up in Kentucky, where I was born, up in Kentucky where the kernels in the corn. They're shaking up the jar, they're looking for the beat. You take a little sip, no more than you need. You scrape it, you can chew it, you can roll it in the dough. You can sip it, you can brew it, and let the liquor flow. It's a hot corn, cold corn, friends and relations, sitting at the table at the cornbread nation. Corn spider bread, a hush puppy dog bread, a ash cake bannock bread, Johnny cake spoon bread. Dish it up, pour it on, give it all you got. Put the fat back in the cast iron pot. It's Richmond to Fort Worth, Davenport to Natchez, Burley back a field to your snowy cotton patches. No matter where you're heading, the train leaves the station. You still take your supper at the cornbread nation. Ham bone. I'm going to do an old hymn for you now and try to sing this. And it's an old Southern hymn that I learned from the singing of Hazel and Alice, Hazel Dickens and Alice Gerard. And it's called A Few More Years Shall Roll. A few more years shall roll, a few more seasons come, and we shall be with those who rest, hey, sleep within the tomb. And oh, my Lord, prepare my soul for that great day, and wash me in thy precious blood. my sins away. A few more storms shall be on this wild rocky shore, and we shall be where dangerous seas and surges swell no more. A few more suns shall set on these dark hills of time, and we shall be where suns are not a far serener climb. A few more meetings here will guide us on our way, and we shall reach the endless rest of the eternal Sabbath day. Thank you. This is an area of the country where things kind of fermented. They kind of, all the elements came together of country music, you know, the British Isles music and the music from the slaves and you know, all the immigrant groups, and American Indian stuff is in there too, to an extent, and all that kind of had a place to sort of stand still and sort of ferment like a you know, alcoholic beverage, and it came out really good wine. The interesting thing about A.P. Carter was he was one of the first great A&R men. They kind of give a lot of credit to Ralph Peer, but A.P. was the guy that went out and looked for songs, and he kind of shaped the music that ended up being Carter family stuff. They were, you know, they ran out of material early on, so he started looking around, and he looked in old songbooks, and he looked, you know, wherever he could, and he had a black guy named Leslie Riddle that was a great guitarist that helped him find songs and interpret it. You know, he didn't really know how the songs went. A lot of times he'd just make up music to it, and they would change words, and it's kind of homemade. It's sort of, that's what folk music is. Just kind of keep us adapting, and you just kind of, if you don't know how it goes, just make it up, and it somehow works.